You just got back from Japan, so you spent your honeymoon.
Yeah.
And why Japan?
There's so many reasons why I picked Japan. I first fell in love with Japanese architecture in studio, actually my first year. We had to pick a lot of projects to reference, and I started discovering how amazing all of their architecture and design is. So that's probably the main reason. I had a list of buildings I had to see, and in addition to the food and just the culture there that I love. And then in Japan I had such a great time. It was amazing to see like the historical, traditional culture is still there, but then they're also like have such advanced technology and such a modern city. In addition, on top of that, it's a nice contrast.
So here at Space, we try to do a variety of projects and always trying to do something different than we haven't done. And if you had to choose, what would your dream project be here at Space Architects?
That's easy. I've always wanted to design an art museum. They're one of my favorite spaces, and just play with how people experience the space, and that would be an amazing project. I hope one day to actually work on one. That'd be really cool.
We'll have to get that on the list.
Yeah.
You had mentioned before specifically, I'm going to say her name wrong, but Kazuyo Sejima.
Yes.
What is it specifically, I guess, about her that you like?
When I first discovered her again in that first studio, we had to do a lot of research. She studied undertaking, which I was also a fan of, and then she opened her own firm, and she hired one of her first employers, Ishizawa. They're now a team called Sena, which is pretty popular. So whenever I get a chance to mention a female architect in this, male-dominated field, I always like to mention it. But I've always been a fan of their work. They're always using light and basic geometries to design. They have beautiful, architecture that relies on the senses. They always incorporate, touch, feel, texture into their work. So I always gravitated towards their work.
So, kind of a two-part question.
Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to be an architect, and what inspired you to be an architect? Legos?
Yeah.
That's the box one. Isn't there another one? Lincoln Logs?
Lincoln Logs, yeah.
I actually used to set up little cities in my bedroom with my sisters, but we did Legos and toys and Barbies also, everything. And we used to make restaurants and homes, and it was a whole little city within. So maybe it started there. But actually, it's funny you asked that because recently I've been going through my parents' boxes in their garage, and I found all these old kid books that I had, and I have all these floor plans that I never even knew that as a kid that I would even think about how I would lay out my house, but I found all these drawings like that. So it's funny.
They were drawings you did?
Yeah, and I don't even remember doing any of it.
That's so
cool. It was inborn.
I guess.
Second nature.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of design and art, and when I was in high school, I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do after I graduated, and my dad was like, I think architecture would be a great fit for you. You like problem solving, and you're pretty creative, but this could be a good combination of both. And I actually just applied to the program and I got in, and immediately knew this was exactly what I wanted to do. So it worked out really well. In a way, it's it kind of found me.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Besides being in the architecture office and hanging out at Space, what do you like to do the rest of your free time? What could you tell us that you like to do that people wouldn't normally know about you?
Like anybody else, I love traveling, obviously. In the summer here, I like to be outside as much as possible, bike riding, going by the lake, exploring around Chicago, being new here. And I guess in the winter, mostly just staying indoors doing crafts, arts and crafts, collage, I like doing wheel pottery. That's kind of one craft I've been trying recently.
Cool. Where did you do that?
Mill Street.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.